Did you know you could tell health by somebody's face? Well, welcome to the world of face reading. In this video, I'm going to give you 7 key signs to look out for in either somebody else's health or your own. Sit tight. Welcome back to another video. My name's Jen. I help people reinvent their reality. I'm also a licensed acupuncturist. We're going to talk about face reading today and your health. Health in your face. So face reading is very interesting, and I'm going to talk about the ancient art of Chinese face reading, Taoist face reading, been used for many years and unfortunately not used as often today in the Western world. But it's interesting because you can tell the health, either your own health or somebody else's health, or what direction kind of health is going in by just their face and looking out for some key areas. So there's a lot to face reading, but today I'm going to give you 7 specific things, very common areas to look for. So number 1 is the eyebrows. So the eyebrows are super important because they show you not only the health, but also like how much stamina somebody has. So if somebody has big, thick, bushy eyebrows, it means that that person can probably handle toxins more than somebody who has very thin eyebrows. For example, I have thin eyebrows. It may not look like it right now. I have to kind of like pencil them in because they're like half eyebrows. So that can be a sign of like a thyroid, hypothyroidism, stuff like that as well. Or if somebody has been taking medication and the eyebrow hairs, they had thicker eyebrows and the eyebrow hairs are thinning and falling out, that could be a sign of, you know, too much toxins in the system and the liver's working really hard. So the eyebrows are reflective of the liver in your body. So somebody who has very thick, bushy eyebrows or long eyebrows means that they can probably handle toxins because they have extra liver chi energy. And what does that mean? That means that they have a lot of stamina than maybe somebody who has more thin type of eyebrows. If the eyebrows are longer, it means that they have the potential to have more friends too. I know this is a video about primarily health, but face reading can go in depth into a lot of like the emotional or personality traits of a person as well. So eyebrows. If you want to know if somebody can handle their alcohol, look at the eyebrows and how thick they are. Second area is another liver area, and this is between the eyebrows. Okay, this is also known as the third eye, right? So you can see if somebody's third eye is open by the brightness in this area. So if it's got like a white area, a glow, it means that the person's third eye is probably open. If it's dark, maybe the opposite. But there's also a liver area. You've seen a lot of people that have like the liver lines, the 2 lines here. Mine aren't too bad. So that can be a sign of somebody's irritated, frustration. Again, just to go back to the eyebrows real quick, if somebody has thicker eyebrows, it can mean that they have a temper. They may not use it always because the thicker the eyebrow, you know, have a tendency to have like a lot of, they can get very angry or have a hard temper. If they use it because they have a lot of energy behind it, right? Behind this liver energy, but they can also repress it, they can restrain it. So that was just something I wanted to mention with the eyebrows also. So if you know somebody who's really angry and just like shouts all the time, and look at their eyebrows, see if they're thick or not. Okay, not everybody is gonna be like angry. Oh, you have thick eyebrows, so you must be like an angry person. No, it just means that they have more of the tendency where they could, if they wanted to, release it. So between the eyebrows, again, so frustration lines, you know, if you have the 2 lines here, you see a lot of people have this, especially in the Western world. A lot of people are concentrating, or they're frustrated, or if they're angry, they have those. If they have 1 line just in the middle, it's called the suspended sword or suspended needle. What that means is somebody may have repressed anger that they're not letting out. If somebody has 3 lines, 1 here, 1 in the middle, and 1 on the other end, that means that somebody has had issues with anger, but they know how to manage it now. So they learned a lesson. All right, so that's the liver area of the face. The next area I'm going to talk about are the eyes, okay? We're going down to the eyes. So another liver area is the sclera of the eyes, the whites of the eyes. If you ever seen somebody who has like yellowing in the eyes, it could be like a sign of jaundice. So the eyes are supposed to be like a whitish, like a off-white kind of color. So if you have redness in the eyes, it could be irritation in the liver. So maybe somebody's staring at a computer screen too long, or something like that. So you don't want them to be discolored. You want them to be kind of like an off-white color. Under the eyes. Next, kidney area, adrenals. Okay, you may see some people, especially older people, once the adrenals get a little deficient in the body, you'll notice the lower eye rim gets red. So that's the adrenal area. And then under the eye is like the kidney area. So if somebody has dark circles, it means that they're working themselves too hard, they're malnourished in some way, not taking care of themselves, they're blowing out their energy stores. So they need to recharge, they need rest. So if it starts here, especially if the darkness goes to the over the eye here, that's where it gets a little more chronic or extreme, okay? The other thing I wanted to mention, between the eyebrows, I know this is a liver area, but if you come down a little bit, this is going to be your spleen pancreas area, so on the bridge of your nose. So what that means is if somebody who may have blood sugar issues, they may have a marking here, or maybe white showing like somebody's hypoglycemic, may show that maybe they're diabetic or pre-diabetic. So you can tell, usually somebody who has diabetes, I believe it's a darker color here. Hypoglycemic or low blood sugar might be a white color, or they might have lines like horizontal lines right here on the bridge of the nose. All right, the next sign to look out for on the face are the cheek area. So the cheeks are going to be reflective of the lungs and the immune system. So the ancient Chinese believed that you should have a little extra, you should have money bags and have healthy cheeks, because that's going to show your body's overall health. So if you see, and we see this in the Western world, where there's a lot of men and women who are striving for that kind of sunken cheek look, because it's like a model look, so it's like that one. That's not a good sign, actually. It's not a good sign. And actually mine are a little, they could be fuller, so I've got to kind of watch what I'm doing. But if you have sunken cheeks, or if they're darker, discolored, means that there's some kind of compromise with your immune system. If you've ever seen somebody who's like a drug addict or something, they have the hollow sunken cheeks. That's a sign that they're deficient in some way or compromised in some way. So you want to have nice, healthy cheeks. Also, complexion is key. So you want to have like rosy cheeks, but not too red, because if you're too red in the cheeks, it could be inflammation in the lungs. If you're red all over the face, it could be inflammation in the body somewhere. Red in the nose could be inflammation in the body somewhere. The tip of the nose could be inflammation in the body somewhere. Inflammation, something with the heart. If it's chronic. If it's something like somebody has anxiety, it might be, they might get red in the nose or something temporarily, you know, but then it goes down. So you have to, when you're looking at the face for health issues, you have to look for things that linger. Okay, if it's something that's like for a day, you have like a blemish or something, okay, your body's trying to detoxify something, and that's okay. But if something lingers, or if you notice strong discolorations or the really dark circles and bags and sunken looks and sunken cheeks, then you have to look at what you're doing lifestyle-wise, look at what you're eating, look at, you know, maybe get checked out, see if you have any underlying issues or issues with blood sugar. So it can tell you a lot about yourself. All right, so two other signs I'm going to mention. First one's the lip area, okay? So the lips are reflective of your digestive tract. So you have the large intestine and the small intestine, the top lip. So if you have discolorations here, so say your lips are very dry, you don't have enough moisture in the intestines or the digestive tract, and you may want to look, you know, hydrate more or see what you're eating. If somebody has really red lips, especially red along the sides where it's almost an outline of red lips, this could be a sign of constipation, inflammation, something inflamed, okay? Any type of redness is going to be a sign of inflammation. Any whiteness is a sign of something frozen. So if you have whiteness, it could be you're eating maybe too many cold raw foods, especially in something like winter, and it's hard for your body to digest. It's not liking it. So you don't want to have necessarily a ring, or a dark ring could be stagnation somewhere in the digestive tract. So look at the lips. And the last sign to look out for on the face, look at the chin. So the chin is very, somebody has a very prominent chin. This could be, or an upturned chin. This could be somebody who's stubborn. Again, not necessarily having to do with health, but has to do with personality and stuff like that. Has a strong will. The chin has to do with the kidneys and the urinary bladder. So if somebody has markings on the chin, discolorations, or if you notice any kind of change here, lines, markings, fear lines come down here. So if somebody has a lot of fear, or it may show up as some kind of discoloration, or maybe the chin looks even detached from the rest of the face, from the jaw. That can mean that somebody has a lot of emotional stuff going on, a lot of chronic fear, and you have to ask why. Okay, why do I have this? And what's going on? What from my past is going on? So those are just some key signs to look out for on the face. It's very interesting. You can tell a lot about it. If you have any more questions, please contact me. I'm going to do more videos on this, so please subscribe. I put out new videos every single week on face reading, Eastern philosophy, personal development, spirituality, all kinds of cool stuff. So you don't want to miss that. My new book is out. I'm going to put a link to that below, 12-Step Guide for the Self-Help Book Addict. And I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you on the next video. So peace.